Good evening everyone, welcome back to Tom Plays Bannerlord for absolute beginners. We have had a, well, I've had a salutary lesson that Vasinya is not that weak. At least not weak enough that I can afford to go for their capital city without getting my army together first. And the Sturgians have yet again attacked us, so I'm just going to wander over there and see what they're up to before I call an army. Yeah, I was wondering about whether we should try and attack the Vlandians, because it does look like they are currently fighting someone. Can we actually see who they're fighting? Azerai, Northern Empire, Western Empire. What, really? Wait, that can't be right. Unless it just tells us who else they're fighting. Yeah, they're fighting Vlandia. So actually this would be a really good time to attack the Vlandians? Huh. Okay. Or would it? I'm just thinking these parties look a bit small. Okay, yeah, maybe this isn't the best time to attack the Vlandians. Oh, good grief. Okay, I think Fen just won that one. It does feel like I need to get in there and help. So let's do it.
Well, forgive me if I cannot wish you peace, old friend. Fate does what it will.
Okay. Massive army heading for Belgrade though, so we're probably going to have to make peace. I don't think I can take that army on. One thing I hadn't factored in is that I think if you look at our relative power levels, while we've got more of everything else, they do seem to have a lot more troops. Whether that's just because we recently got absolutely splatted, which I think is possible. Okay, Egan. She's got ranged. Okay, well it's not warning me that she has a horse. Oh no, her riding's really low. Right, okay. I'd forgotten I was actually considering changing tactics, wasn't I? After the last disaster. So what I was thinking was trying to make the army able to be split in two, at least the infantry. So because I only have 8 groups to work with, I'm going to have to give up the dedicated shock troops. which I'm not happy about, but do these want to be 25%? Well, they're not going to be perfect anyway, but yeah, so effectively skirmishers, melee without throwing weapons, archers, and we're going to try and split them so that we come at the enemy from two sides. Now, fairly sure on this occasion that they are not going to attack us. Sorry. So I'm actually thinking of just going for a straight split. Just to test the idea at least. Because when we're attacking them, of course, we do want to come from either side anyway. Right, so...
Take over command! Or turn!
I don't know why I'm saying
sergeants, take command!
Right. Okay, why are these guys charging?
Infantry! Forward! Forward! Bowman, move!
Okay, I'm going to send them off to one side. This battlefield seems smaller than usual. I'll tell you what, that's probably close enough.
Your sergeants!
So I'll give everyone a follow your sergeants, because I'm reasonably hopeful that they'll all come from different directions now. And then I'll prematurely attack. So the problem we've got, the drawback with this is we don't have the whole shield wall thing. I don't know how easy we can do that now we're mixing shock troops with our other troops. But this layout does lend itself better to splitting the army in two. Well, it looks like I've kind of failed to get onto either side this time. Realistically, we're probably going to have to make peace after this. Okay, that's a lot of green. I'm liking all the green. That looks pretty good. Where are you going? No, right past me. Okay. Ooh, archers. Pretty sure we're good. And they got him off his horse. Excellent. a couple of troops. See, I'm not necessarily sold on this whole not having shock troops idea. I mean, we've got them, we just aren't able to use them separately, so I can't keep them behind a shield wall and then unleash them. But at the same time, it is good to be able to split the army properly. Oh, let's now there's a question. If I let the AI do it, can we defeat an army that huge with my tiny group? I think realistically we should just make peace. I know it's not going to be popular, and yes, it's going to be expensive, but realistically, my guys just need some time. Right, let's go ransom our prisoners. Oop, Egan is of age. Awesome. Get some more sisterhood followers. Shagunli alone. Oh yes, we have very few horses right now, don't we? Ooh, can make a profit on grain. Should go pick some more up, of course. Okay, Egan. It's getting harder and harder to keep track of everyone now. Egan is at Varcheg. Okay, well, let's go get him. See what we can find out about him. Well, we have two to start with. The Egan who is at Varcheg. Wait, that can't be right. Yeah, that's got to be the wrong Egan. Ah, yeah. This is the one we're looking at. He's a lot younger. He is honourable. Nice. Owner in Cadogan. Right, so he's our actual son. That's interesting. So, Lyfris, the governor of Karbantov, may well be our heir. Worth bearing in mind. It says skills, but doesn't say how to get at them. Or maybe they're not very notable. Never mind, I can work that out anyway. So, never seen before. Staying at Karbantov, right. Okay, that's fair enough. Let's go get him. Apparently I overdid the troops somehow. Oh, I've hired a bunch of... yeah, I hired some sword sisters without thinking. Good point. Alright, well, let's donate troops to the garrison because I have too many troops. A couple of Sturgians I can give them. And other than that, you can have some volunteers. There you go. We'll just make him a little more powerful. It's not going to be a bad thing. Oh, tools are good. Right, let's get some of them for fulfilling missions. Yeah, I forget that having had a disaster last time, we're quite low on equipment as well. Right. I think given I can currently pick and choose a bit which ones I do, I'm not that keen. To go for that mission. Okay, is there anything that will help you defend yourself? Is the first thing I'm thinking. Well, militia grounds is an obvious one. How are we for siege? Oh, siege workshops are good. Training field, so that's more garrison units. But we haven't got workshops and fairgrounds up. Let's do workshops because that'll make it faster to build other things. Hang on, I just went a little bit wrong. Right, let's take a little bit of a detour just in case. I am definitely wondering about the Northern Empire. Currently just fighting the Vlandians. I think Uthelaim is Britannian. Not totally sure. Okay, 11's not bad. I was selling it for more than 11 at least. I'm still hoping that all the time we're spending without an army. Ooh. It's time that our nobles will be improving. So tempted to attack the Vlandians. Maybe if we just took that castle, because it's miles away from anywhere. Okay, you're working on gardens. Well, let's grab Egan. A fee from Fen Fayre. Okay, I'm tempted because it's Fen Fayre, but I don't really want to push Athene into something after all this time. Okay, Carbanth. Workshops are comparatively low, and we do need them to build things. Let's go find Egan. No point in him just sitting around here, he may as well command one of our groups of troops.
Peace to you.
Excellent. Alright, let's just see if they've got like cheap meat or something. Well, I don't know about cheap, but it's cheaper than it was in the other place. That gives a little bit of variety in the diet. Okay, so Egan, need to check his skills. So it looks like we were preparing him. Oh, he's got very high vigour. Oh, right, two-handed. Okay. Right, so we're preparing him for two-handed. That's fine. Brilliant. Right, well, let's get his other skills up. I'll give him one in everything, like I tend to with our superhuman offspring. But then we will improve things like leadership, tactics, give him a little extra charm, more two-handed. Oh, and they'll probably need athletics, I would guess. Is there anything else I really need him to have? Not massively. Okay, well, we'll really go into the leadership tactics and two-handed then, since that's what he is going to be doing primarily, and we'll leave it there. So let us get him equipped. Right, so we can use this two-handed, so that's good. One-handed or two-handed? I mean, I'd kind of like to give him one that's purely two-handed, but I suppose at least that gives him the option. I don't think you need these. A lot of this is going to be okay, although his boots are terrible. Yeah, we could definitely improve some of these. Let's give him a decent shield. So what else might he actually need? Well, we can give him some throwing weapons, I guess. Does he need a spear? Like normally I would give him a one-handed weapon to complement his two-handed weapon. I suppose I could do that anyway, just on the grounds that at some point we might give him a full-on two-handed, or I could give him a spear, I suppose. Which I guess is more versatile. Okay, well there's one that can be spear-based and use two-handed if he wants to. There we go. Let's just casually wander over to that castle. Oh, okay. just make peace with the Western Empire. Suddenly this is looking like less of a good option. Also, they're Sturgian. Right, okay. Of course, yeah. If you're wondering about these occasional deserting troops we keep getting, it's because we're adding like one person to our group. Okay, this is going to massively slow me down. Northern Empire, okay. You guys still fighting for Sturgians? Not the Sturgians, the Vlandians, you are. Okay. Right, let's do this then. Seeing as I was vaguely considering it anyway. Right, so the only parties big enough for us to add are our own at the moment. Which, you know, fine. So the plan here, if we can pull it off, and I don't have to up sticks and move when I see a big army coming, is that we should take this castle and then make peace. And we'll probably follow this a few times with the bigger empires just to get our power levels up. Even though it's not good, but we know we can't fight the Northern Empire. But rather than just making peace, I want to try getting something out of it first. Obviously it's going to depend because they're currently sieging Rotai, which is a problem. Because we definitely don't want to lose Rotai if we can avoid it. Oh, hang on, has the siege broken? Or do we just not get a warning because it's not ours? I didn't think of that. We do not. Okay, well that's a concern. So actually we may want to go in much faster than we had intended. In fact, let's build a battering ram just in case. But yeah, we need to try and take these things down quickly and then make peace, because I don't have full information on whether our nobles are losing territory. So we may not find out until after we make peace whether we've actually gained or not. That's interesting. Okay, well with that in mind, given we've got a battering ram, one of the walls is cracked. They don't have any siege engines, we have all of ours. I think we should go in. some engineering. Well, to be fair, we can probably handle that at the end. Let's just head in there.
Sergeants in charge!
Okay, who do we have? Well, we've got a bunch of people who are already in charge of things. Egan in theory... Well, I'm not going to worry too much. Let's just try and have someone in charge of every group. Just get in there. Too worried because in theory we're far more powerful than them. Okay, that does not look like a good opportunity to ride a horse into, so I think I might park my horse. Switch to a throwing weapon. Looks like we're using our siege engines, which is good. So yeah, basically the group on the right is waiting for the group on the left to start with the battering ram before they attack. I'll probably go in with the group on the right, rather than worry about the battering ram. Okay, here we go. Seeing if there's anyone I can throw a throwing weapon at. Not seeing anyone though. Okay, sword it is. Chance I could just, you know, saddle through you fellas a little. Kinda looks like we're already winning anyway. Just following the troops to try and find the remaining enemy. Nope, we win. We've only lost one person. I think this castle's Battanian. Okay, we're making friends with Vlandians. I did not expect that. Yeah, so we have to show mercy because it's Battanian. So the big question is, do we still have Rotai? Right, we've still got Rotai, they're under siege, we can't get to them very quickly. Let me just get this in the orientation I'm used to. We still have Aster Castle, so this would be a great time to make peace if we can. It's expensive and no one is supporting it, so it's going to cost us a lot of influence. With that in mind, I should be able to let go of my army as well now. Yeah, I can help with this.
I offer you my loyalty.
Wait, why can't... Oh yeah, I was just thinking I can handle this. There we go. Nice and easy. Okay, Vlandians have declared war on us now. Because of course they have. Okay, where's the best Vlandian target? Well, Pencannock is the obvious one. Yeah, temporarily the new owner. Okay, so we want it to go to a Battanian if possible. So it's either Arlech or a Bile. I think Arlech is closer. Yeah, it looks like they were overall favouring Fen Fayre, but he is Imperial. So I mean he could have held it, but the castle was a lot happier.
Yeah? What do you want with us?
With Battanians. Oh, okay. Didn't expect that. I will happily take your small number of fish. Those are villagers. And this town's maxed out in any case. Okay. Alright, we got paid in hardwood. Right, well I can do without that. I know I could do more with it in theory. But right now, not that keen. already got a load of grain, haven't we? Tools are expensive, that's fine. Okay, I do have room for one more troop, so I shall grab one. Right, I suppose I should call an army again. At least it doesn't actually cost me anything to summon them. Okay, we've got a nice big army forming over there, which is suddenly making Pencannock look like less of a good option. But there aren't that many alternatives really. It's really Pencannock, Llanach Hen or Maranath. Oh, I suppose I could go for Naviax. The reason I've counted that one out is because it's Sturgian. I don't really want to do another Sturgian one at the moment. Ooh. On the plus side, we could attack this guy if we can catch him before he gets back to Maranath.
It's been a while.
It has. Some traitors let you through the gates? That's insulting.
Under my orders!
Okay, so in theory Egan is two-handed, but of course we newly don't have a two-handed group. Which is also putting me off this a little as a concept. But let's stick with it for now. So that is group 1 on the left. This will be group 2 on the right. So I definitely want the mounted archers to start moving at least. Power level wise there isn't that much in it, which is worrying. They might decide to come for us anyway, in which case I should be being more defensive.
Footmen, move!
Still, we'll see.
Infantry, forward! Archers, move!
Let's at least move that group up here. No, I don't think they're coming for us. Okay, great. Let's head over as far to this side as we can. And I will try to...
Footmen, move! Infantry, forward! Archers, move!
take this group onto this side. Oh yeah, they're Vlandians, aren't they? So there's going to be a load of horses. Missed by a mile there. Oh well. Alright, so I want to get right on the edge over here. Not to the point that I'm leaving the area, mind you.
Archers, forward! Infantry, move! Infantry, move!
So at some point, once we're in position, I'm going to want our Okay, I've messed that up. Okay, right,
Follow
everyone,
your sergeants!
take command. I've managed to get myself confused as to which group was which and started moving the leftmost group over to the right. So yeah, don't do that. Alright, so I'm going to hope that the two groups are far enough apart that they're going to come from different angles. And then just make use of our unfair easy mode advantage for me to go and
Let your go!
do my little Grim Reaper impression. Although I should try not to get too damaged actually, to be fair. So maybe I should focus on oh good grief, they're not going for all the horsemen, are they? Yeah guys, the last thing I want is you guys all milling around while the archers pick you off. I grant you there's a lot of horsemen, but I really need you to go through the infantry first. I feel like I need to come up with an alternative method to counter mounted troops given our extreme lack of them. Well, at least we have a lot of trees. They're hampering me, so I'm guessing they're hampering the enemy as well. Right, I think you've all managed to coalesce and attack from one direction, which is terrible. This really is not working out. This is why we have a numerical advantage, isn't it? This is why we're playing in easy mode. Sorry. I don't think I can do much of the infantry anymore, so let's look at struggling mounted troops. I can avoid getting stuck on twigs. No idea how he blocked that with his shield. It's facing in entirely the wrong direction. There we go. Well, that could have gone better. Still, we only lost 9 people, so that's something. Apparently we were able to cope with all of those prisoners, which is good. And our troops are looking a lot better trained. So we could besiege Maranath. I question whether that's much of a survival strategy with the army that's preparing, though. I'm wondering if we should actually go for Dungalanis on the assumption that they might attack it. Oh, they're attacking Aster Castle. Okay. Well, I suppose that was the other option. I think we've probably got room for some caravan guards. We do still have grain. No meat, though. It's very expensive. Oh, the grain isn't. No, the cost of a lot of troops, we could try to break into Aster Castle. Oh yes, new baby. Egan and Agna. So our newest clan member is Vasinya. So yeah, we have enough troops that I reckon we could probably break into the castle to help the defenders and actually defeat this army. It will be expensive in terms of troops though. Obviously we could also try to attack them outright. We might lose more troops doing that than breaking in there, because the AI tends to favour... We've got all our armies, haven't we? Okay, let's do it. Okay, alright, let's stop for a sec. Peace offer from the Khazaits. Oh, darn. Aeric is 16. Okay, so Aeric has, I think, just picked things up by accident. We've mostly been planning for him to lead a fief of some kind. So an envoy might be good. Yeah, I think that's all good. Social skills is never a bad thing. Can do a sally out. Not immensely keen, I have to say. Okay, let's see if we can actually win. So another enormous army has come up. So we're now facing well over 2,000 troops. However, we are in easy mode and the AI really favours castles insanely. So by not doing this manually, we may still be able to win. Which is a shame, because defending castles is kind of fun, because you can like rain down misery on your opponents from above and stuff. So we can't just stick to the end, I just skip to the end. I just enjoy killing myself with suspense. But hey, let's see how we did. And we won!
I give up! I give up!
Hard to believe. Yeah, I think I'm just going to imprison everyone, sorry. I'll probably drop off the noble prisoners in the castle. Obviously there's a danger that a buyer might decide to trade them. But hey, she could probably use the money. So the question is, should we now attempt to take Pencannock? I should definitely limp over to Dunglanis to ransom our prisoners. Yes, I know. Yep, lots of experience, please. Turn to Aster Castle. Okay, I want to go to the dungeon. Okay, they're full. Right, not much I can do then. If I agree to pay 4,000 daily tribute. Alright, I'll accept that because at least it isn't costing me influence. Okay, it looks like we've been wiped out, but actually we've got a lot of wounded people. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I think we're going to have to make peace with the Vlandians. This just isn't feasible. Yeah, thanks for the lack of support, Abile. You know. You would have been completely thiefless if I hadn't just come and rescued you. Oh, yeah, going to limp across. So even though we've won an amazing victory there, we started to make peace because we couldn't move. And those armies were still much bigger than what we had left. On the plus side, we did at least get to ransom a whole load of prisoners. Our remaining troops have gained a whole load of experience. Right, I need to let go of this army. As we have taken some pretty horrendous losses here. In fact, oh no, I can't recruit any troops. Right, fair enough. So we're going to have to recover, but not to worry. At least we have a lot more experienced troops than we had at the start. Gradually rebuilding our army. Right, let's just check all of these. Has anyone gained a level? Ecadria. Okay, I think she's pretty much... got plenty on most things. Oddly enough, she seems to need two-handed more than anything. Not sure when she's been doing two-handed stuff, but apparently she has. So fine, we'll give her a focus point in that. Right. Idrin has gained Steward, which is good. Morale bonus from having and garrison food consumption. Okay, well that'd be useful. Right, we'll go with the government settlement then. I gain engineering. One pre-built ballista when you set up siege camp. That sounds good. Minus 50% cohesion loss of armies when besieging. Actually, that looks a lot better. Yeah, we'll go with that, because a ballista doesn't take that long to make. That's like the weakest of the options. Okay, you should go for well built, and well, he is going to be on foot, so let's go with that one. Wrapped handles. And Litka has gained scouting. Travel speed versus overburden penalty. Really hard to say. I can't say it should be either of those. I'll go with the morale. Okay, so that's that. So, what did we actually achieve? Well, comparatively little. I presumably lost a lot of influence. Oh no, I think it looks like I'm still gaining enough regularly to have made up for it. Probably the big news is that Fen Fayre gained Uthelaim Castle. So they've hopefully become a little more powerful. Apart from that, we were mostly just maintaining the status quo, although hopefully the nobles will have gained something, given that they haven't joined in any of the armies so far. Beyond that, we've mostly gained experience. Pretty much entirely, actually. Because most of the time when we've won a victory, we've let the troops take them, rather than gaining money. So we're going to have some rebuilding to do after that last one. Yeah, got to hire 90 more troops again. And presumably that was because we broke into the castle, but I still think we probably would have lost more if we hadn't. And yeah, baby born, Egan came of age, just a few minor points. But generally speaking, you know, it's still good progress. I'm still hopeful that our nobles will eventually start actually making money, and we didn't lose anything, which is the main thing. And we took Uthelaim, which is good. I'd still like to take something from the Vlandians, but the armies they field are absolutely terrifying, so we might have a better chance making inroads into the empires, really. And of course there's always a chance that we might be fighting the Battanians again, in which case we'll go for Cranarog this time. But yeah, it was fine. I'm still worried about Battania, but we will keep going and we will see how we get on. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.